So, lads, another week, another episode of the Team Takeover podcast. Unfortunately, this week we do not have any guest, and it is just going to be myself and Dale. So, you're just going to be listening to the two of us for the next probably hour or so. We're probably not going to spend too long this week. But, for other weeks, we hope to have a guest on most weeks, but not every week we're going to, so sure it is just gonna be two of us. So what have you been up to lately?
Probably much the same as everyone else, trying to get these limited agendas done that are only available for the weekend, that are honestly a bit of a nightmare, if I'm being truthful.
They are, and they aren't. Like we'll talk about it a little bit later, but I'm like, maybe I'm coming from a person who's won 11 or 12 games and like 7 of them for rage quits. So I'm like, all right, in limited, I've got.
Well, you're in a good position.
Yeah, and to be fair, the only person I lost to was Fat Boz. So it's not like the game I lost to wasn't against a pro. So I'm doing pretty well. It's my This is the first time I played unlimited in weeks as well.
Yeah, it's not a fun game mode right now, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's so funny. I love playing Triple Threat.
I do and I don't. Like, I just can't play it very long. I get very bored, honestly. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's fun for like 40 minutes and then I think it's partly the rewards just feel so unrewarding right now. I've gone through like, I'm convinced Julius Randle doesn't exist, first of all, because I've gone through like 15 triple threat online boards and I haven't seen him once.
I've seen someone get him 6 times.
They are most blessed. He's nothing even crazy. I just haven't seen him pop up at all.
He's good. Randle's good.
I like this diamond.
Randle is good. Diamond. Randle is very, very good. But I've really just taken today, just kind of relaxed. Man, I just watched Leeds beat Man City, so I'm good.
Man United are coming back.
How far are they off in the league right now?
14 points away, but we've got 2 games in hand. But I mean,
it's as
Leeds probably wrapped up realistically.
I mean, United they're down 14 points with 8 games to go. So if they win all of their games, they have.
But then City still have to lose.
City need 11 points in their last 6 games to win the league. And they're getting 11 points in the last 6 games. But what a win! What a win for the Super Leeds! What a win!
I haven't even looked at the bottom half of the table.
We're not in. We're in the top half of the table. What are you on about?
Leeds on the come up.
We're in the top half of the table.
I'm not gonna lie. I did assume. Sorry, is there?
We're in the top
14
half.
And 14. You know, solid 50 win percentage.
Yeah, we were here like. I remember going to Ellen Road at 13 years old to watch us play Southend in League One. Let me have my time to celebrate. Leeds in our third kit are a different animal. As I'm wearing the third kit for Leeds right now, we are a different animal in the third kit. Rafinha is the best winger in the league. I don't care what anyone says. He's the best winger in the league. Who's better?
Let's not get out of hand.
Who's better? Who's better on the wing? This season, who's better?
You're asking the wrong person because I just don't watch the league anymore. I check the standings every now and then, and that's about it.
To be fair, yeah, that's like asking me about the NBA.
Hold on. I'm just looking at the stats right now. You won this game with 28% possession. That's just.
We were playing with 10 men.
And two shots, 2 goals.
We also
against 29 shots.
Yeah, every one of their shots was from like outside the box. Nothing. Their goal was like very, very close to being offside. As well as that, Leeds had the 3 best chances outside of the goals were all to Leeds. 2 of them were passed behind Bamford, and Rafinha went one-on-one with the goalkeeper, tried to take it around him, and Ederson slide tackled him, made one of the best slide tackles from a keeper I've ever seen. No, Leeds simultaneously got lucky and deserved the win at the same time. Mm-hmm. Their captain got sent off.
They also have 0 goal differential. Wow.
Oh, I see the Ireland basketball tops back there. It's not, you can't actually, Dale, tilt your camera, show them to the camera because they're cut off on the screen. I can just see it on my Discord.
There we go.
Ireland basketball tops right there. So what are they?
Switch it up.
So what are they for? What are they for?
Are we allowed to, I mean, we could definitely
we can talk about it, yeah. Or what were they for?
I don't know if we can, I didn't know if we could bring it up.
What were they for? Yeah. Like everyone knows everyone knows there is a future FIBA tournament.
Yeah.
So
every player for Team Ireland in the FIBA Esports Open was gifted, a nice little bit of team gear. Some little special, for an inaugural esports
FIBA
event.
Esports. Yeah, like it was simultaneously a good and a bad tournament. Like the Cyprus game was great. And that was the only one that anyone watched, which was the best part about it.
Thankfully.
Like that was nobody watched their other games. Everyone, like we had like 400, 500 viewers in that Cyprus, which for that tournament was like Turkey were getting like 1,000 viewers, and then we were like the next most viewed team. And in Spain, obviously had their own thing, which got so many views.
Yeah, they got mad views. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they put it on like their the Spanish equivalent of like RTE, and it's Facebook views. So they don't count necessarily.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, no, that was definitely the game to watch. Like, that's the one all my friends watched and stuff, and they don't, like, play 2K, so, like, it looked good for them. It looked nice and exciting, dragging that to overtime and taking the win home.
Oh, big time, big time.
It was stressful to play, though. Oh,
it was. I had the biggest beginner's luck game ever, which is the best part. I was so bad in every warm-up game. I was so bad in the other two games, but the one that everyone watched, I had 27 points, missed like 3 shots, no turnovers, and like 10 assists.
Yeah, I think it was beginner's luck for a lot of us, because I didn't have like the best game, but in the fourth quarter when it mattered and we were fighting back, I did start to hit a lot of shots.
Yeah,
so that just went downhill after that game.
I mean, Cyprus just had the Zen man, so like.
That is true.
They did have.
It was all about just stopping the Zen.
Well, it appears they had a Zen man. They had a guy who did not. They had a guy who did not mistime a shot for 3 days.
Who refused to go for open layups.
Who refused to take open layups, and every single team that came up against him thought he was Zenning. So, and he is also a frequent occupant of the Zen of what is known as the Zen stage.
Mike Wang did say there's a hot fix coming for Zens on current gen, so it'll probably break the game again, but we'll see.
I mean, they can't patch Zens. The only way they can patch Zens is make your stick aiming based on where you are on the floor. Like that's literally the only way to keep stick aiming in the game and not patch Zens. Because if they're all doing it based on how fast you bring down the stick, the only way they can patch Zens is by, like, say if you're in the corner, you have to hold it like slight way to the left. And if you're in the middle, it's straight down. If you're slightly on the wing, bring it side. That is literally the only way to patch Zens, because you're not going to be shooting at the same spot every single time. There's no other way to bring stick aiming in and not patch Zens.
Yeah, well, we'll see what this hot fix is supposed to do.
But how many times has 2K tweeted that they patched Zens? And they haven't. They've never patched Zens. They've never patched it. They've said it 3 times. They've said it 3 times that they patched Zens. They haven't. They're still there.
That's why he's been tweeting out who wants stick aiming in 2K21. Or like, 22, sorry.
I'm telling you, Zens in Park are never not going to be a thing. Like, you can perfect release Zen in
Park. Use them in Park.
Pro-Am Park
stage is a very, very popular place for Zen, to the point that everyone just calls stage Zen stage, so.
Yeah. Like, you can Zen on next gen as well, but you can't in MyTEAM.
How does that even work? Surely it would translate to every game mode.
No, because you can Zen one specific release.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So you can make it time, you can time like one release to make it work, but you can't time like MyTEAM releases, unless every player has the same release on the same timing and is the same height.
I mean, there's a lot of people with Ray Allen base these days.
Yeah, but they're different height, so.
Wingspan.
Yeah, different height wingspan affects. Does wingspan affect it?
Apparently, yeah. If you have a smaller wingspan, apparently it's a bit quicker. It's what I've been told. I don't know if it's true.
But yeah, like even if it's a couple of milliseconds, like that's going to be a difference in a Zen or not, a Zen being green or not. Like, but yeah, there's a lot of Ray Allen base cards nowadays, isn't there?
Yeah, Michael Red, Pete Maravich, Kawhi, Ray himself,
Beal,
yeah,
Malik
there's
Sealy.
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. It's always the two guards though. It's always the two guards that get Ray Allen base.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Is there anyone that has Ray Allen base that isn't a 2-guard?
I have to check real quick. There probably is that I'm not thinking of.
I'm just looking at it now. Jerry Lucas, Antonio Davis, there is, thank God.
Remember last year, the base 98 Jerry Lucas? Everyone thought he was going to be the best card in the game, but then
he has the chest pass.
That upper was just horrible.
People don't realize how important the upper is on a jump shot. Like, I know it is preference, but like Joakim Noah's base, I've tried out the Al Horford base on very quick. It is cash on next gen if you've got upper. But Noah's a chest pass.
It's like, it's funny for me because like people think I'm weird when I say a time jump shots off muscle memory. Like, I don't tend to look at the player when they're shooting, but even then, if they still have an ugly upper, it throws me off, even though I don't time off looking at the shot.
Yeah, I say I time off muscle memory. I definitely time by looking. I definitely time by
looking. I've tested it to make sure, so I've like shot shots with my eyes closed and greened them, so like I know I don't, but like it does throw me off. Like that's why I can't really shoot with Lonzo, because he throws it from the side of his head and it's like he's lagging when he shoots.
Yeah, like there are some guys that like I'm like the player that I'm best at shooting with is Messi. Lionel Simmons. Like he's
on current gen.
On next gen, it's Messi.
On current gen for me, it's Hondo. On next gen, it's Luka. I don't know that Exum base on next gen. Yeah. I don't mess with it.
Exum is the best on next gen. It's just for me that MPJ base on very quick. I just don't miss ever with it.
That MPJ base is cash. Like, I do use him in limited quite a lot.
But like MPJ has that on normal timing, and then Simmons has that on very quick. Like he's so cash. Some people hate him. I love him. I'm a huge.
I don't even think I've used them yet. Honestly,
I am a massive.
Maybe for XP, I don't know.
So for XP, like, are you still playing on next gen, or are you solely on current gen at the minute?
I'm on current gen.
Oh, then don't use them.
I cannot deal with no defense on next gen.
I mean,
I really can't.
I'll say this: I hate both of them. I think 5v.
I'm in the same position. I don't like
5v5 is better on 5v5 is more consistent on current gen. As in, if you do something, it's less like you feel like you're more in control on defense. Like you feel helpless a bit on next gen. Like you can send a double team and like play lanes and stuff a lot easier on current gen, whereas sometimes you're just helpless on next gen. But I mean, I think 2K22 could be really good because there are a lot of good things about next gen as well.
The foundation is good. There's just some tweaks that need to be made. A lot of it's to do with defense right now. A lot of it. But like I remember watching that stream from I can't remember the guy, the like AI defense developer, and he was like, "Oh, it's probably defense is like probably not going to be where we want it until like 2K24 or something." And I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound promising. I'm not gonna lie."
Like I watched the end of that stream, and he ended the stream with, our community will always complain about defense, but if you play real basketball, the defense is fine. If you try cheese the game, the defense won't work. It's like, explain to me why 5 out is cheesing the game. Explain to me why, if you swing the ball from the corner to the wing, up to the top of the 3-point line, and you jab step and go the opposite way, you have gone by the player. The player gets stunned off a jab step. The defense gets stunned on everything. You can't move. Like
because that's not real basketball.
Like you have to like anyone who says
he wants
off
you to
ball,
be running plays.
You have to play on ball on next gen. Like there's no ifs or buts about it. You have to play on ball on next gen.
But even if you do, like it's still not that easy to defend anything. Like,
no, it's not easy at all. But one thing is, a lot of people are saying off ball is bad. A lot of people that hate off ball, you should love next gen Because if you're hard off-balling me, I'm scoring every single possession. Even if you're not hard off-balling me. If you're trying to out here bait lanes and stuff, and you're not like, and your lane baiting isn't to send an extra player to the ball, if you're trying to make me make all these passes, I'm still probably scoring every possession.
Yeah, because of the ball defender, you don't even have to try to get past the on-ball defender.
No.
You literally step back and run by them.
But it's not even, like,
so
you don't need to step back, you can jab step them, or just zigzag. Stop. If you stop, and then you accelerate. If you stop...
Zigzag is a viable scoring method right now.
If you're going left, and you stop, and then you go right, you accelerate almost as fast as the speed boost on next gen, like, on current gen.
I was playing next gen like a couple of days ago, and I remember you mentioned like how the game speed has been up to tenfold, and like it's like players run faster than current gen now.
So much faster.
It was so funny. It's like running down the court with like Kareem. He was running like 200 miles an hour. I was like, what?
And
like,
height makes a difference to how fast players run. So like, I tested it. D-Rob is the fastest player in my squad. I have guys with 99 speed, and David Robinson is my fastest player, and it's not even a close one. D-Rob
that's a
with
good
the ball.
video idea right there. Who can run the floor the fastest?
No, because it would be, but nobody cares about next gen that much views wise.
That is true. That is very true.
And like one thing I've noticed is that nobody really cares that much about the game views wise.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of people, and I'm not even just talking about like consumers, like even streamers, content creators. A lot of people seem to be just tired of playing the game right now.
Like we are. Do you want to know what we really like? Those Bruce Bowen grinds, the ones you can do in like an hour. Like people are more hyped for an average card you can do in an hour. Then like that's why when everyone was so shocked at why the views were so bad and everyone's John Wall gameplays, it's like people don't want to grind 30 hours for a card anymore. No one cares about that. People want to grind 30 minutes for a card that's worse, but still usable.
I mean, that's what I liked about these the new glitched cards that came out, like that are agenda based. Like in that sense, like I like that it's clear cut. Like do this, you get this. There's no like orangey glitch market. Is it gonna show up? Is it not? I don't know how many hours I played this season, but I still haven't seen that. At least like it's obvious how to get it.
Yeah.
I just don't like that it's limited to just the weekend.
Oh, like
that's a lot of playing time right now.
I've played so much MyTEAM. I've played so much like Triple Threat and everything. Like
this is probably the most we've played since like the start of the year.
I've played like Unlimited. I've played 12 games Unlimited in the last day, and it's the most I've played in a day since like week 1.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so you have to win 12 Unlimited games first of all. So if you lose one, that's adding more time.
Yeah, like I'm not losing that many.
Yeah, and then even if you don't lose, you don't get quits. That's 6 hours. Plus, you're gonna have to play 6 hours of limited, realistically, because no one's quitting because it's just play the games. But like, it's not win them.
I'm rubber banding Unlimited though. Like limited, I'm just gonna sit there through 12 games of limited during WrestleMania. Like,
I will probably watch that.
Like I'm gonna just rubber band. I'm just gonna rubber band limited. Like,
I mean, that's what I do for like limited as well, because like it doesn't matter if you lose. And it's the same with like, well, the Triple Threat Online one, you have to win the games. But like I can do that while not really focusing on the game, honestly.
Like you can win 50% of your Triple Threat Online games not even focusing. Because there's no SPMM, so you are facing bums a lot of the time.
Oh yeah, no. I think I lost like I did that in like less than 2 hours. I think I lost like one game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm on like 11 wins, haven't lost, but I don't think I've played anyone good yet. Like the Bruce Bowen gameplay, I played Wilt and Kobe, and that's probably the best that I've come up against.
Yeah, no. Unlimited is a rough place to be right now.
Yeah.
Very rough.
Not as bad on next gen.
No one wants to play it.
Not as bad on next gen, because like I'm trying to think, are there any real like competitive players in Europe that have moved to next gen except for me and Boss? Well, like I can't.
Oh.
And I was about to say
no
like
one likes it.
I was like I wouldn't. I was like, do I even consider myself? And I'm like, over here probably.
Yeah, I mean on next gen, there's very few people who, at least not in EU, who would be considered like legitimate demons right now. Unless they play Pro-Am.
I will say this though. Everybody that plays the Ty Debo, bait lanes, rim running, run everything. Every one of them players hates next gen because they have to change their playstyle. I will say that.
Yeah, you can't play defense like that on next
Yeah.
gen. You can try. You can try.
Yeah. I wonder
It's not as effective though.
Do you think 250k is going to be won by someone completely new next year?
I mean, it depends because would imagine everyone's going to next gen version next year.
Yeah, like I think
Would hope.
I assume the tournament. Like I hope, like fingers crossed, 2K have like multiple tournaments during the year and have a bunch of different stuff because just one 250k tournament is a joke. When 2K made, remember those like individual player packs when they had like the Giannis packs, the limited ones.
Yeah.
During the MyTEAM festival, 2K made like 250 grand of those garbage packs alone. So like I would hope that
forgot about those packs entirely.
Yeah. But I would hope that 2K, considering that they were the worst packs we've ever had in 2K, and there was a limit, so we know exactly how much they made. They made 250k packs from 250k from the worst packs, and like they make more than $500 million from MyTEAM, and that's not even a question. They make more than $500 million. There's no reason for them not to put in $3 million into prize money.
Wasn't there some really, really bad super packs at one point this year though? Like really bad. I can't even remember what was in them, but like if anyone ripped them, I don't know why. I don't even think there was like very high rated cards in them.
I have no idea.
So like moment super packs or something?
That was last year. That was last year.
You sure they didn't do something like that
I'm
this
pretty
year?
sure
I know there was some really bad super packs because I
No.
remember everyone tweeting about them.
I think this year. Oh, I don't remember. Because I don't really care about the packs. Like I do those pack openings. It's like someone literally just hits me up on a PC account and is like, "Yeah, I have 1 million loaded up. Go open some packs."
All I know is my pack luck is back from last year. I opened one pack yesterday. I got KD.
I've lost on his account though. Like thankfully it's PC, and I'm not questioning how the guy's getting his MT, but we all know how he's getting his MT. But it's a don't ask situation where I'm not going to ask him. So
ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask him where he gets his MT from because if I don't know, I can assume it's all legitimate. So like he's lost in 3 weeks out of 3 million that he's told me to open. He's probably lost 2.1 million. Like,
I mean, they're never profitable. Like everyone knows that.
I know, but
the
losses are bad. The losses are really bad.
No, they always have been. That's why, like, if I open, like last year, okay, I was bad. I opened packs like every week. I had a problem. I will admit it. This year, I'll open like 3 or 4 with MT on a Friday, and if I don't get anything, I don't get anything. Like. So, but if I do pull something, it's technically profit because I open like 4 packs.
Yeah.
I pull like an opal.
Yeah, but going back to the 250k specific part, do you think that the 250k champion right now is going to be someone that is in the community or someone completely new? What do you think about that?
I mean, it's going to depend on how different 2k22 is. Like it's from watching people who play PS5 next gen, like there's a lot of demons that you just will never have heard of.
Yeah,
because there's so few people on the game, and the ones that have stuck with it are probably like people you've never heard of. Because not a lot of content creators are going to next gen right now.
I think the league guys are at such a big advantage next year.
Oh, 100%.
Like. The games are going to be played in the same engine. Like they're on the same engine. They're on the same movement system. Like it's going to be a million times closer to 2K21 next gen than it's going to be to 2K21 current gen. A 2K21 current gen. I don't understand why people are still practicing and labbing on that game. Like fair enough, like if you're playing in some tournaments and stuff, but like people going like out of their way to just stick to that game and not play the new one, especially if they're looking to be competitive next year. Like. I think
maybe they're hoping the tournaments next year will be still run on the PS4
not
side.
A chance. You're getting for anyone that is on current gen and you're sticking with it, you are getting 2K21 for the next 6 years.
Just hopefully an improved version.
No? What are you on about?
Oh no, you're talking about current gen.
It's gonna be copy paste.
Yeah. It's the same thing it was for when they made the PS4 Switch.
Yeah.
Every game after that was just the original 2K14 with a reskin.
Have you ever seen the video that I made of NBA 2K18 on the PS3?
No.
So, basically, Jokic was a 91 overall bronze. Basically, all the cards were like they stopped changing the tiers of cards. From like 2K15. Sheldon Mack is a bald white guy, and I want you to look up Sheldon Mack right now.
Hold on. Sheldon
Mack, M-A-C. He's a bald white guy. Quinn Cook is a bald white guy with a headband. Like, you know those like random white guys that show up into like those historic teams. They were the NBA players. Like Quinn Cook was one of them. Sheldon Mack was one of them. If you weren't in the NBA before like 2015, they didn't have any face thing for you unless you were like Lonzo. It was like the funniest thing ever. Like I couldn't even play the game. I couldn't even play the game like because I was just so bad at it, but it was just so funny. I'm gonna bring it up on screen right now. DBG.
I mean, I could imagine the team that works on like the last generation of consoles is very small at that point.
Oh yeah, I'm not even sure it's a team. It's a team at all. So I'm gonna just get it up on. What is going on? You can't see it, but it's on screen right now. We're gonna look at some of the people.
Whatever it comes up if I Google it.
Quinn Cook. Oh no, he's not white. Sorry, Quinn Cook is. I got it wrong. He is bald though. Jake Layman is a bald white guy, and he had like longish hair. Yeah, Jake Layman. There's a picture of Jake Layman on the screen right now. You can see his hair. It's longer than mine in right now. He's bald. Like
that will be how it is if you stick with PS4.
Yeah, this is what you can expect. Like 2K24 on the PS4. You can expect Quinn Cook is he's a bald white guy. He's a bald white guy.
I mean,
who plays for the Hawks?
How much, like,
who plays for the Hawks? He was playing for the Warriors. He's a bald white guy who plays for the Hawks.
I just wonder how much of a reskin like 2K22 will be. Will it be so much of a reskin that the speed boost is still in the game?
Yeah.
That's what I wonder.
Yeah, they're not patching the speed boost. Why would they patch the speed boost?
It might be enough for some people to stick with the game, I'm not gonna lie. Some people are speed boost made.
Langston Galloway isn't even a person. He's just a black... he is a silhouette. Langston Galloway is not even a person in this game. He's not even a person. Like... oh, but... no, I think the 250k tournaments... like, I would not... as much as I hope this isn't the truth, I would not be surprised if the likes of Ty, Isaac, those type of players that are like really good defensive players, that they struggle until about Christmas next year. I think it's a tough, because their playstyle just won't work. They have to change their entire playstyle. Like,
that's why it's very entertaining watching the rare occasions they go to next gen. So they just can't believe how, not necessarily. Well, I mean, defense is bad. So I'm not gonna say it's not.
Yeah,
it is.
I think both games suck.
Very bad right now.
I think both games suck. You can have preference which of them is better, and that's perfectly fine. But those guys are just so not used to next gen, and I hope that they stick to at least when it comes to like June, if they start playing more next gen, because like again, like I'm gonna admit I'm biased. Like I hope both of those guys qualify. I hope the guys that I know are the qualifiers again. But I have a feeling that a lot of, especially the early qualifiers for 250, are the people right now that are out there sweating on next gen.
Unless 2K22 is an entirely different game. But I think they have some things they're just going to build on from the current version.
Have we
that
seen?
we have.
Have we seen any that's been a massive? I was about to say, have we seen any that's been a massive difference from one year to the next? And I was like, yes, we have. 20 to 19, 19 to 18, 18 to 17. We're all so different.
Yeah. It's definitely a possibility, but they seem to think that next gen was this like groundbreaking basketball simulation game. I mean, it's good offline.
It's good.
It's good offline game.
It's really good playing offline. I like it. I like playing the challenge. I like playing offline. I know a lot of people that enjoy
tolerate playing offline.
I know a lot of like my league players that enjoy it. Playing now, I assume is probably all right, but man,
like a part of me wants them to just like get feedback from people that play competitive 5v5, but at the same time, that could also
ruin the game.
Yeah, could really just ruin the game at the same time.
Yeah, like that's one.
A bit of feedback would be nice.
That's one of those things because I'm like we'll get like I will get angry about this, but like it's the truth that the park players giving their feedback to Mike Wang has broke 5v5.
Yeah, 5v5 is in a horrid state.
It was in an unbelievably good place up until January. And like people are like, the cards are better now. It's like, no, like that doesn't make a difference. Like you could guard in like December, if I had Silver Kyle Korver and you had Pink Diamond Zach Levine, you would cook me. But now, but I could still you could still kind of put them on the floor and it wouldn't be an auto loss. But now you can cook Galaxy Opals easier with that same Pink Diamond Zach Levine than you could cook a Silver Kyle Korver in at the start of the game. Like those same cards from December can now destroy Opals, whereas they were struggling against Rubies back then. Like it's not like there are reason why is that you couldn't the stun animations weren't a thing at the start of the game. They just sped up the offensive players so the defense players now can't keep up.
The dream on next gen is playmaking takeover with Hall of Fame ankle breaker.
It's literally
that's when you get the really bad animations where
you stumble
flying across.
You stumble like you're at the top of the 3-point line. Someone snatches back and you stumble you stumble off the floor. And you can't switch. I can't switch or anyone. You can't switch or anything. You're just stuck stumbling off the floor.
When you get one of those ankle breakers, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
But again, that's one of the things where it's like, and I will say it, like if 2K based their entire game on being good 5v5, it's gonna suck in park. Like 2K will never be a good park experience if they focus solely on Pro-Am and MyTEAM. Because I think Pro-Am and MyTEAM are quite similar. Like I think normally if MyTEAM's good, Pro-Am's gonna be good. If Pro-Am's gonna be good, MyTEAM's gonna be good. To an extent. Like AI is AI, but I think normally
they just need to. I don't even know how to solve the issue to where it can be good on both.
I'm not sure there is a way to solve it. They have to change.
The only way would be to make two different games for game modes entirely. Like
they have. I think
one for Park and one for 5v5.
I think that within 5 years we see something like that happening. We see NBA 2K Online, where they do they make it like a Fortnite type thing, and it's like season passes. So every season you get reset back to 65 overall, and a season might last 3 or 4 months at a time, and then you can get top rep for that season, and it's going to be just like that till the end of time. And then they're going to have MyTEAM as a side game mode, which obviously you can buy packs and everything with almost 2 different dev teams. That's the only way I can see it working, but they're not going to do it. 2K are cheap. 2K I'll say it right now. 2K have cheaped out on the devs, and they always will cheap out on the devs. The devs that are currently working for 2K...
I don't know if you heard about that. They did acquire a new gaming... I don't want to say company, but they acquired something with the dev team's going to get a lot bigger. I remember the name.
Yeah, but what are the odds that dev team gets chucked on to some different game? It's not... Actually, it might.
Chucked on to WWE 2K22.
But the worst with 2K is that obviously they make money, but they bought the golf club video game, which was a €30 game. They bought the game,
made it full price,
made it €70, doubled the cost, and didn't change anything. They just changed the name
it's
to
the
2K.
same game.
They made the same game, copy paste, and called it PGA 2K instead of the golf club, and charged double the price. It is the worst. It is. If more people cared about the golf game, it would be like the biggest It would be the biggest shambles in
I
sports
think
gaming.
EA are back to making golf games as well, so now they got some competition.
Thank God. Pete, have you played the 2K golf game?
Yeah, I haven't played the 2K one. I played the golf club though.
Same thing. You can't play as any of the golfers. You can only play as your my player. Like,
Yeah, that's how. Was that how it was in the golf club? I think it was.
yeah, it was.
It was.
Like, who? What? Why does it matter if Jordan Spieth is in the game if you can't play with Jordan Spieth or Rory McIlroy? You can play against them, but you can't play with them. You can't even see them hitting a shot though.
I know, yeah, because it's just on the scoreboard.
It's just you see them on the scoreboard. It is the worst. It is the worst.
It's a good golf game.
It is a really good golf game.
The actual physics of that game are very
they're
good.
really great. But it's just the golf club with a new name. They didn't even make it better. It's the same game with a different name.
I just want the glory days of the WWE games back.
I would. You see, there's
highlights.
an announcement tonight.
Yeah, I want to know what it is. It's probably something bad though. Announced like SmackDown versus Raw.
Remastered.
You know, might just have to make a comeback.
Did you? What was the first wrestling game you played?
It was on. Oh, I'd have to Google it. It was on a really old console. It might have been on like the N64.
No Mercy.
Yeah, I think that was the first one I played.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, it was WrestleMania 2000.
That was good. That was pretty good as well. That was pretty good.
The first one I really remember was Here Comes the Pain, though.
That was so good.
But
like those games, like jumping off helicopters and stuff on the backyard brawls.
Those games were fun, but I haven't I played some of the 2K ones when they've been like free on PlayStation Now or whatever. They try to make it like a simulation game, so it's just not fun.
Yeah,
like the arcadey, just ridiculous stuff you used to be able to do.
Yeah, I don't. One thing I will say is for fighting, I don't think anyone wants a simulation fighting game. Whenever about simulation sports games, I don't think anyone wants a simulation fighting.
I mean, for like games like UFC and boxing, I prefer, but like a WWE game, no. I just want to like do crazy stuff and like jump off 50-foot structures.
Yeah.
Get back up in like 2 seconds and do it again.
Yeah. The only thing with Here Comes the Pain, though, is that you kind of had to choose Lesnar or Goldberg because no one else could beat them. I remember playing it with my friend, and every single day, Lesnar versus Goldberg. Lesnar versus Goldberg.
I can't even remember. I probably used like The Rock or something a lot because that's who I used to watch back then.
They're still going.
Who I liked.
They're still going, Lesnar and Goldberg.
I don't know how Lesnar is, honestly.
He's not that old.
Really
Lesnar's only...
He's not old, but he has
young.
nothing in the gas tank. It was the same in the UFC.
Yeah, but like Lesnar shows up like 8 weeks a year, hits a few F5s, suplexes someone for a little bit, and just leaves with his championship for 2 months. It's hilarious. And then Goldberg just comes back once every couple of years, wins the championship, and then he buries some young star and then leaves. Like,
yeah, sounds about right. The creativity is
yeah
kind of gone down the drain these days.
Neither of them.
Bit off topic either way.
Who cares at this stage? Who cares? Like it's too. We have the underrated and overrated, which is about 2K. I'm enjoying this because I'm literally at this stage like, okay, what videos can I get done right now before WrestleMania? That's the.
I mean, I looked at the card. I mean, it looks pretty stacked, honestly. Running it for 2 days, though, I'm not sure.
No, it has to run for 2 days because the last one that wasn't around for 2 days was 7 hours long. It was just.
Why is WrestleMania so long now? It used to be like a 4-hour event.
The roster's too big.
Yes.
The roster's too big.
I mean, I don't really care about any of the matches on day one. Honestly. Me too. I mean, I think it's safe to say Edge is winning that triple threat
They
match.
don't know who's winning that one. That could be any of the three.
I'd be shocked if it's not Edge. I would be genuinely.
Really?
Well, I mean, it'd be predictable, but at the same time, like.
I mean, they're
'cause he came
really
back.
like the odds are very, very close on that Edge one, as far as I'm aware. The last one. Wait, what?
What's the over/under on The Rock showing up at WrestleMania now, as he often does?
I don't know.
There's always like one big return every
on-
WrestleMania.
We've got one Irish person on WrestleMania anyway. We got Sheamus.
Sheamus, the man himself. Whatever happened to your one?
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. Yeah.
Pregnant. She just had a kid. She'll probably show up again. Like, she's literally from like down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like she went.
Yeah.
So basically, on the road where I live, or the road where I live, Dale went to school on one end of the road. The other end of the road was where Becky Lynch went to school, and I went to school not on the road. I went to a different school, but that is a mad one. Like, well, it's common knowledge. It's mad that she went to Mount Temple.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm just reading through this card. What is a Nigerian drum fight?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what a Nigerian drum fight is.
I just see that there. I was like, what? That reminds me when they had the back in the day, the Punjabi prison match.
And the Great Khali couldn't even do it because he got injured. The Big Show, it's just the Big Show versus the Undertaker in a Punjabi prison for no reason. A match was made for the Great Khali, and the Great Khali couldn't even go into the Punjabi prison.
What else was a bit? I mean, an Inferno match like sounds ridiculous, but then it's just like, you know, a bit of fire around the apron.
Yeah.
Do you remember the object on a pole match? You know what that one is?
I'm pretty sure I do, but I don't want to.
There was like poles at like either in each corner. There was like an object on the top, and it was like whoever was the first to grab the object.
Oh my god!
What else was there?
Does some mental things back then. The funniest were the stories, like some of the stories in the old wrestling games, like in the old SmackDown vs. Raw games.
Yeah.
Like they had some hilarious stories.
Wait, did you?
The storylines were mental back in the day.
Oh, they were, but like this is actually kind of going to go into that because this was like probably in the 90s, early 2000s. It was Al Snow against Big Boss Man. There was like a storyline where Al Snow had a dog and
he fed the dog.
The dog.
Yeah. Fed it to him.
And then they had a Kennel from Hell match.
Oh,
like, who came up with this stuff? Like,
oh my god! Just even like a bunch of things like the Katie Vick situation, Mark Henry, Mae Young giving birth to a hand. Like, have you? There's like I remember seeing a thread. It was on like, do you know the Irish Simpsons fans page?
Yeah.
It was like an entire like day of people just posting Simpsons memes about the ridiculous stuff that used to happen in the WWE back in the day. Oh, it is mental.
It wasn't just WWE. I remember I think TNA had like a reverse Royal Rumble match.
That was the worst thing.
They were the outside of the ring.
Had to get them in. They were the worst things ever. TNA reverse battle royal, electric
they did a
steel
reverse ladder match at one point.
They had an electric steel cage match.
The thing was though, because like in the like early 2000s, like TNA was actually really, really good. When they still had like the octagon ring, like it was actually really good back then.
It was, and then they gave Hulk Hogan. They gave the people that destroyed WCW, Hulk Hogan, Bischoff, and Russo. The all creative control, and they ruined it in like 2010. But
yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
in a very long time.
I got really into it during quarantine. Like, I don't think I watched between maybe 2008 and right before quarantine. Like, right before quarantine was when WWE 2k20 came out, and it was so bad. I remember like watching some videos on it, and it was like I saw Matt Hardy, the broken Matt Hardy. So I was just like,
Oh yeah,
I was
remember that?
I was like, what the hell is this? So I got, I came home one night like like off my head drunk, but I got home at like 12 o'clock and whatever because I was looking through like WWE videos. A broken Matt Hardy thing came on, so I started watching stuff with Matt Hardy. I'm like, is this guy nuts? What's going on? I was watching this, and then obviously quarantine happened, so it was the only thing going on. So I started getting really into it.
I resubscribe to WWE Network every now and then, but it's literally just to go back and watch like Attitude Era stuff, honestly.
Yeah, like
I get an urge to watch like the old Attitude Era stuff every now and then because it was just so good and they did so much ridiculous stuff.
I actually need to resubscribe to Tonight. So I want to watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, I thought about it because it's only like €10 or
So
something.
yeah, it's like a tenner to watch it. It's not
I see
that
they
bad.
got rid of the free trial because that's how I used to get around it every year. Just get the free trial.
Fair.
But they don't do it anymore. So.
But anyway, we're gonna go back to the 2K, which is what you guys are mostly probably here for. Overrated versus or underrated. The segment of the show which seems to be a thing now, I guess. We've got hidden codes. What do you think?
Underrated because I quite like them, honestly. It's gotten to the point like now where I actually do just like, you know, in the theme of 2K being a menu simulation game, I will just scroll through the menus and try to see if I can find any random ones just hidden amongst the crowd that no one else has noticed. But I mean, I like the way it brings everyone together. You know, we all seen what happened for the tattooed code on Embiid. You know, the streams were going crazy. People were losing their minds. I was in Discord channels about it. There was Google spreadsheets about it. All for a pack. For a pack.
So, I'm not the biggest fan, but someone else is. Detective DBG is a big fan of these hidden codes. Detective DBG is a massive fan of these codes. And for those of you that are for like the 4 of you people that are listening on Spotify, actually I say 4, and we've had like 300 listens the first 2 weeks, which is not bad. Each of the first 2, which is not too bad. I just put on a pair of glasses, but no, I like the hidden codes. I like the people that are out there looking for them. The Joel Embiid thing was hilarious. Like, look, we're not all gonna get Tyloo. We have to accept that. I would love it if 2K gave a locker code.
It's gonna be a very small percentage of players that get him by the end. Like it's
like there was only 2 people. There was only 2 people for like the backwards Easter hops code.
I've seen maybe like 3 people at most who've like luckily gotten them out of the glitched market. Like it's a very small percentage.
Yeah, like it's almost impossible. Like you have to assume that like you're probably not gonna get Tyloo even if you're like going for him. So yeah, I'm still a big fan of the hidden codes because I just think they kind of bring everyone together.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, brings everyone together. Just your thoughts on, is J.R. Smith still worth it after
it depends.
Recent packs?
He's worth about 300k, and it's whether 300k is worth going to level 40. But like, you've seen how easy the rewards are. Like, we got 5,000 MT or something worth of moments rewards today.
How many weeks are we into the season?
We still have 4 weeks to go. 2 weeks in.
Yeah, and there's well over 100k XP right now. Like,
people are gonna get them by like Wednesday. Like, it's gonna take 2.5 weeks out of 6 weeks, and people are gonna get them. Like,
people will have them by the end of next week. Probably.
Yeah, 100%.
Realistically,
but like, even the Millsap one, it's like score 20 points in 1 game with Millsap, and you get, or whatever it is. I don't know what exactly it is, and you get 1,000 XP. Like, they're all 1 game XPs.
Yeah, no, they're very easy.
Like, I think if you want to get JR and you're willing to put in like 2.5 hours a week, 3 hours a week, you'll get him of grinding. I reckon JR at the end of the season might be like a 20-hour grind max.
Yeah, it's never much by the end. They drop so much like easy XP where you can like literally load up into 1 game of Dom and come out with like 40k, if not more. 40k is a bit of a... It's a stretch. But
you can probably 10k.
Like,
You probably get 10k on certain
Depends on
games.
because like a lot of players now are getting like 2,000 XP minimum. So just if they're
Yeah.
easy ones, like you can definitely get a lot.
And you can do like 50 assists while someone else gets 150
That's
points.
what I'm saying. Like you have to just stack them up in the right way,
Yeah.
like assists with points, with rebounds, etc., etc.
Yeah, so that's not the worst. But I like hidden codes. I do really like. I think they're a very very good new thing into the game. I think there's something that we haven't really seen in other years, and I think it's a kind of a very very interesting concept. I mean, it's not as good as we expected it to be. Like I think we thought it was going to be bigger than it was, but I still think it's good.
I think what would be hilarious if like at the end of the season it turns out we've like missed out a lot of things.
We will.
And 2K just like reveals it all.
Oh, that would be the biggest troll. It would be the
Like if
troll.
they just reveal it, like imagine there was like a bunch of hidden ways to get Ty Lue that none of us noticed. Like, it would be so funny.
I mean, like, we could have easily gone the entire season without anyone typing in the letters TT or CD.
Yeah, I mean that was most blessed. I wonder how many of those were available.
I reckon one for each of them. There was one on each console for the Easter hops backwards. I reckon there's less than 10 legit Tylus out there.
Yeah, I mean I'd say even the odds of getting them in the glitch market are so slim. The drop rate for him is probably tiny.
He's probably 0.01% of all glitch market openings. And glitch market probably opens 0.5% of the time.
I mean, I still haven't seen it.
I haven't seen the glitch
Can't
market.
convince me
Like,
it exists.
I'm on
Honestly.
140 games. The worst is that like I played like 140 games between everything. No glitch market. I get a freaking message off Chalk being like, "Is this rare?" And it's a picture of him in the glitch market. I'm just like, you don't even play the game and you got into the glitch market.
That's the beginner look, though. We all know the beginner accounts.
Literally.
They're just fast.
I was spending
to keep you playing.
all of my time on the glitch market, and then I just get see a message from Chalk. I'm like, why is Chalk messaging me with a picture? It's a picture of him in the glitch market. It just says, "Is this rare?" I'm like, oh.
Just like I've accepted. I'm probably not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't even want any of them anymore either.
I just want OG because I'm a Raptors fan.
OG's
Like,
none of them make my team, so I don't even want any of them anymore.
Yeah, but you know, for the Raptors theme team, that will be ran eventually.
That is true. So, next. Dark Matter, Kobe Bryant.
I mean, I know my opinion, and I think he's overrated. He's overhyped. He's really.
He's so
I'm
average.
gonna get hate for saying it, but he's not that good. Honestly.
He's really good on current
Very
gen.
mid.
I think he's really good on current gen. He's so average on next gen. I've played against him so many times. He's so average. Like
He doesn't even have the dribble style on next.
No, he doesn't. He can't quick stop. He's not it. Like, wait, does he? Wait, I just realized that when you said dribble style, can he actually not quick stop on the next gen?
Oh, he has Kobe Bryant dribble style.
Oh, for God's sake, he's not. He's really good on current gen, but I love playing him on next gen.
Grant Hill over him on current gen, honestly.
Yeah, Grant Hill's the best, but like on next gen, I mean, I might take Tyrese Halliburton over him on next gen.
Tyrese Halliburton is a demon.
Yeah.
Both gens.
Yes, but that Kobe is just, he's really good on current gen. There are just so many things with him. Like, he doesn't come with blinders. He gets weird animations. Like, I've played against him. I just leave.
Blinders yesterday.
Sorry,
Did any cards get half blinders yesterday?
Bone.
I know.
Weber got gold. Weber got gold.
Weber got gold. Oh.
Yeah.
How do we go from getting a T-Mac with half blinders to no one getting half blinders?
Yeah, that is true. But the Kobe might be. He's just the most disappointing card because Kobe releases really good on next gen. I thought Kobe was going to be a demon, but you can't play him a point. You can't play him a point guard because he can't quick stop on next gen.
Personal reasons, I was glad that people were hyped on him because Grant Hill was way cheaper.
Yes, that's one of the things. He's
the best point guard.
like yesterday's set. And I'm talking about next gen. I'm not talking about current gen. Current gen, he's really, really good. Grant Hill might be better, but on current gen, he's really, really good. But I'm going to show the set, all the cards came out yesterday. And I'm going to say better or worse, Dale. Joakim Noah versus Kobe.
I mean, I'd take Kobe.
Kobe's better. Yeah, I will agree. Kobe is better than Joakim Noah. Kobe versus power forward LaMelo Ball.
In a triple threat setting, give me LaMelo.
I'm taking LaMelo. I think LaMelo power forward's elite.
I haven't used them at power forward.
LaMelo's so nice at power forward. I'm taking LaMelo. Current gen, I'm taking Kobe. Just a heads up. Current gen, Grant Hill number 1, Kobe number 2, in my opinion. But on next gen, I'm taking LaMelo over him. Kobe's better than Kellen Johnson. Kobe's better than Emmanuel Quickly. Kobe versus Bruce Bowen. Oh, blinders on Bowen.
Next gen, it's Bruce Bowen, and it's not even close.
Yeah. Current gen, Kobe, and it's not even close. Kobe versus Magic. Kobe's better than this Magic Johnson on both gens.
I'm not big on Magic this year compared to last year, honestly.
I like his movement, but if your opponent sits in his zone, you're kind of screwed.
Also, Magic on current gen is awful because he has that weird
sideways run.
Walk.
Sideways run.
He sucks on current gen right now.
Bradley Beal versus Kobe. Kobe's better on both gens. Kobe versus Obi Toppin. Toppin's better on both gens. Kobe versus Paul Millsap.
Take Paul Millsap because he's like another AK.
Have not used Millsap, so I can't say.
I haven't used them, but looking at him, like
KD's better on. He's way better on next.
Both gens, KD is incredible.
I think Kobe's better on current. I'm gonna say Kobe's better on current gen.
I mean, as a primary ball handler, but like for what I use KD for, which is hit open shots and play defense.
That's true. I wish Kobe could play small. Why couldn't they have made him point guard small forward? Because I don't think he's bad on next gen at the small forward position. But he's not a good point guard.
He'd truly be out of position if he could play small forward.
I don't know, but he's not good at point guard, or he's not good at power forward.
He's too small for power forward.
And he can't create well enough a point guard on next gen. Again, this is next gen. Current gen, he's a beast. I think Kobe versus Weber.
Weber's good at the small forward. Wouldn't run him at point guard.
Yeah, Weber is the Draymond Green from last year. Do you remember Diamond or Opal Draymond Green?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Weber is. He's better Draymond Green. I think Weber on next gen, and it's not even close, but I think current gen, I'm going to take Kobe over him.
I would probably...
Because I think there are better small forwards. There are a lot better small forwards to run than Weber.
It's definitely better.
Like I'd rather run Malik Sealy on current gen than Weber. But on next gen, Weber, and it's not a debate.
Yeah, but I mean, Grant Hill Kobe's not a debate like Grant Hill is.
Grant Hill's better. Grant Hill's better on both gens. I don't think anyone's arguing that, to be honest.
Grant Hill is insane. Like, he is so good. Like, that jump shot on very quick. A lot better than his last card.
I will say, slow releases on very quick are all great. Like base 10 and stuff like that on very quick is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But so I would say yesterday the cards that came out. For me, Grant Hill's number 1. KD's number 2. LaMelo Ball's 3. Millsap's probably 4. If you're on next gen, Bowen's 5. Bowen's better. Bowen's probably up higher than all these guys. Weber versus Kobe is depending on gens. I think Kobe's better on current gen. Because Kobe's a good point guard in current gen. I think Weber's just kind of a niche player. But like, he is the most expensive. He's the most expensive card in the game, and he's arguably not in the top 5 cards that came out yesterday.
Yeah, like obviously I love Kobe as a player. I just none of his cards have ever really been like crazy to me. The pink diamond at the time was very good. Like last year, the only Kobe that got a lot of use for me was the diamond.
The diamond Kobe was really... Kobe on goal quick draw was good last year.
It was very good.
The diamond was really good last year.
It was very, very good.
But, yeah, like, I just think he's the... I think people, if you want to use him for sentimental reasons, go ahead. Like, if you want to use
If
him,
he's like your favorite player or
Yeah.
whatever, go nuts.
go nuts, use him. Like, I'll never say not to use him. But if you're like me, I don't care what players I'm using. I just want the best players possible. And that's what me with 2K. Kobe doesn't belong anywhere near at anyone's squad because you can get better players for cheaper. Like, if you are looking to build the best team possible, he doesn't belong near anyone's squad.
I wouldn't be on the team realistically because your point guards are. Well, on current gen, one of them's definitely Grant Hill. The second one's up for debate.
Luka.
I still use Pete Maravich, but
Next gen Pete Maravich is the best.
yeah.
And then if you have J.O., when you get J.O., he'll be probably one of the best.
But I will say that Joakim Noah, Joakim Noah,
Joakim Noah.
yeah, he's very good for limited. I'll give him that.
Have you heard of my Juice Up Noah?
Oh, did you accidentally give him some half badges? Or
No,
did you
gold range, gold pro touch, gold epochs.
Oh, for God's sake! I just gave mine gold range and like gold hot sun hunter.
Hot Sun Hunter doesn't matter on next gen.
It's true.
I'm 5 out with Joakim Noah and he's balling. Okay, so next we have got the glitch market. What do you think?
It's overrated because it won't open for me.
I think it's yeah.
Yeah, no, it is overrated. It is overrated, but I mean, wouldn't be as overrated if there was like a more clear-cut way to get it to open.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's the orangey factor of it that I don't like, honestly. Like I think the idea was kind of cool. It's so orangey that like it's gotten to the point where I don't even like think about it anymore. Like,
yeah, it's just another vault. It's literally just another vault, but you don't see it.
It's a vault that you don't even get the animation to see after a game. You know, it's just completely random, and it's so random. Like, I wish there was stats on it because I'd love to know how many people have actually seen that pop up.
The glitch market, I reckon it's 0.5% max of games. 1 in every 200 games, I reckon, on average.
Yeah. Like, if there was like a clear-cut way, like not even to get it to open every single time, but like to boost the odds, like we could maybe talk. But
yeah, have you seen Ferry yet?
So boring. I got him. I got him in like 40 games, honestly.
I'm at like 70, 80. I haven't seen him. I got a Diamond Consumables on stream and nearly started crying.
Yeah, I was there. I haven't been like grinding the game that much this season because I'm just like kind of a bit tired of 2K right now. And like I was talking with Jacob, and I was like, I'm not doing this like Terry again. Like for Terry, I stayed up for like 18 hours straight just playing over and over. I eventually got him. This time I was like, I was close to like the All-Star pack, the TT offline boards. So I was like, I'll play till that. If I don't get him, I don't get him. Then with like 10 games to go, he just popped up, and I was like, cool, get off the game now. He's insane though. On next gen, he is insane.
He doesn't matter what gen, he's the best.
His player model, like that receding hairline, is ugly as hell.
Funny.
but he is insane.
He's the best. He's better than every card that came out yesterday. I'm just saying. He's better than every card that came out yesterday.
What the way I put it for Ferry is, he is to next gen Honda was to current gen, because Honda was like my player of current gen, and Ferry is literally the 6'7" demi.
But he's 6'10". He's 6'10".
He's 6'10".
He's 6'10" with 200 badges.
Yeah.
He's a 6'10" max wingspan, 200 badge demi who has interior and has all the stats you put on 25.
Yeah, does he even have a stat like under 90 that matters?
I have no idea. Nearly every card now doesn't have, like, does LaMelo Ball have a stat under 85 that matters? Like, LaMelo Ball, if you look, he has 88 strength. He has 88 block, 85, 88 rebounding, and an 85 post hook and fadeaway. He is the most underrated card in the game. He's unbelievable. He's as good as Wes Unseld. And I'm not even joking. He's as good as Wes Unseld for me.
Now, Wes Unseld was good at the time, but like he's been out of the lineup for a minute.
I know, but like my team isn't as good as your team. Like you've got all the best players in the game. I have Mel Daniels as my backup center.
I still use Mel Daniels.
I
Not
know,
as
but
my
not at
center,
center.
but as my power
I
forward.
have to use him as center because they don't have any options. He's unbelievable power forward. I have to use him as center. It's either him, because if I don't use him as center, I'm using Maxi Kleba.
Hey man, no Maxi hate out here. Just use LaMelo at center, give it a go.
Nah, he's too little.
He would get bullied.
He's too little. But LaMelo's unbelievable at power forward. I still think he's the most underrated card that came out yesterday. I still think he is the most underrated card that came out yesterday, and it's not even
People
close.
really thought we were gonna get a dark matter Mellow right off rip.
Nah.
Skip every other tier.
We got a Dark Matter Taco.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people have dark matter taco?
Do you think more or less than 10 people have Taco in the world?
I would say less. Like even on like I've barely seen him on like any game forums or Twitter. Like nowhere.
Yeah, I reckon probably 10 max have Taco. And it's been 2 weeks.
And then probably like 3 people have probably gotten Tyronn Lue max out of the glitch market.
Yeah. We saw 2 of them within an hour of each other, and then nobody's seen anyone since.
Oh yeah, I seen one on the MyTEAM Reddit like this morning.
Yeah. So yeah, glitch market, both saying overrated. So, tall point guards.
Overrated. I hate it with a passion. I absolutely hate it when it happens. Like I can tolerate like a Ben Simmons eventually and a Magic eventually because it's like their positions, but when you start getting the wacky stuff, you just know it's the beginning of the end. Like, you know where the game is going.
I think they're overrated. I don't think even they're that good.
I mean, Grant Hill. Now Grant Hill is only 6'8", so we haven't truly seen like the crazy of the crazy yet. Like
I mean, I've been
like,
using
when
John
Giannis
Wall, and
is
he's
coming
fine.
And,
My John Wall's fine.
you know the point guard Giannis is coming. Like this is the beginning.
Yeah.
The end.
Maybe I'm
I will
looking at
say
it.
they waited a lot later this year, which I'm thankful for.
6th of March 2020 was when we saw Pink Diamond point guard Giannis. 6th of March 2020.
Is it not earlier? I swear it felt earlier.
No, 6th of March. Because the 13th of
When
March.
did LeBron come? Was LeBron before or after?
LeBron was before. LeBron was like the 14th of February? Valentine? Yeah, it was 14th, I'm pretty sure.
Also, well, we also had the range extender Simmons at this point in last year as well.
Yeah,
So it's not quite that bad. I feel like might be like the very end of this season. They just dropped they started to drop the really crazy ones.
I'm shocked that we didn't see a Simmons or a Giannis in out of position. I'm shocked we didn't see a Simmons.
Yeah,
But he's not actually, Simmons isn't out of
honest.
position. Simmons isn't actually out of position.
Not
Point
out of
guard.
position.
I think
We'd
Giannis.
see like a glitched Simmons or something.
I think we see fan favorites in the next 2 weeks.
Who is going to be the fan favorites this year?
Okay, who? I reckon Pokashevsky. We see him. I don't know. Who else we see.
That's the DBG pack.
When has fan favorites not been the DBG pack?
I've never heard anyone else gas up Pokashevsky this entire year.
Did we not get Dean Wade and Thaddeus Young last year? And Jeff Green?
Dean Wade earned his stripes.
And Eddie Curry? And Dino?
Oh, that Eddie Curry was insane.
Did we not already get the DBG pack in 2k20?
Yeah, I know we did eventually, but you know.
Did they not make a lot of money out of the DBG pack?
Just, I'm trying to think. Who do people really love this year that we haven't really got many cards for?
Rudy Gay.
Yeah, that's very true. We haven't seen a Rudy Gay. Which is actually surprising.
He's not even going to be top point guards. I think top point guards, I don't think any of the top point guards we have are that good. On next gen, I don't think tall point guards matter that much because no one's guarding anyone anyway. And on current gen, tall point guards can't run. Like Weber doesn't really get the stutter run.
Grant Hill can definitely run.
Yeah, but like 6'8", that's like 2 inches taller than Rondo. That's not that bit tall for a point guard.
Did you say 2 inches
Lonzo.
I was like, wait, what?
It's like an inch taller than Luka.
Rondo definitely
It's like an inch taller than Luka. It's not that much taller. But like Magic, stutter runs. Weber stutter runs to an extent. Simmons
I think that's going to be a problem for
Simmons
a
stutter
lot of them.
runs.
I think it's gonna be
LeBron's
a
gonna
problem
stutter.
for all
LeBron
of
doesn't
them.
stutter run, does he?
No, he doesn't. The weird thing was the first diamond Giannis did the stutter run, but every Giannis after didn't.
Like that, I think that actually might make tall point guards not the meta because of the stutter run. Like by tall, I mean I think you're going to see a lot of 6'7" point guards. You're going to see a lot of Grant Hills.
But like because of the speed boost meta, it doesn't matter because they don't stutter run out of a speed boost. So it's only going to matter on a fast break, unless you speed boost.
Yeah.
Entire way down the court, or you can cancel it with a dribble move. They start doing that stutter run animation.
Yeah, that's true. Still though, I don't see tall point guards being as OP as they were last year. I still think, I mean, 6'3" point guards are worthless right now. I still think we see 6'5", 6'6" point guards a lot more than we saw last year.
They drop a PG Hondo, I will use them.
Yeah, I think we might see more 6'5", 6'6" point guards. But like can we both? Are we both in agreement that 6'3" and under point guards are for now on just unusable?
Yeah. Like 6'5" is probably the lowest I'm going.
Yeah, 6'3"
only because of Pete Maravich.
6'3" is usable on next gen because no one's sticking defense anyway, and they're fine on offense.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna get blown by either way.
Yeah,
and if they post you up because you're a small point guard, they were going to run by you for a 2 regardless. So it doesn't really matter. You're giving up the 2 either way.
Yeah, so like I'm very much on the... I actually think, I'm very much the tall point guards are overrated because of the stutter run on next gen. And I don't think it's that big a deal on current gen. Like I don't even think... The only thing with point guard Giannis...
He will be very good on current gen.
It's not even that he's going to be that good a point guard. It's just that it allows you to run Giannis, Danny Ferry, like D-Rob.
I'm already running that. If you wanted to be like really ridiculous about it, like you're just going, I just want length everywhere.
Yeah.
It'd be like
you could have KD at the 2,
Danny Ferry, Kareem, Wilt.
You can't run those 2 together, but say Kareem / Wilt and David and D-Rob and one of the other. Yeah. Like Giannis allows you to run that lineup, and that's that's my biggest thing on why it would be cheesy. But even with that lineup on current,
theoretically speaking, you can make it even worse if by the point there's a point guard Giannis. There's also like an Opal Dino who can play the 4.
Yeah.
Because he's just ridiculous.
One thing I like the pro escape is that if you're 6'10" point guard, they can't pro escape.
I think the only legitimate one who's going to be able to do it on current gen will be LeBron can't even do it because he's too heavy.
Yeah.
On next gen, I think it's Simmons is going to be the only one, and Simmons who'll be able to curry.
Can Simmons curry escape?
Yeah, because he's not
LeBron's too heavy.
LeBron's too heavy.
No, Simmons can do it. Simmons can do it.
Simmons will be the only one.
LeBron on next gen he can. LeBron's 6'9". Everyone that's 6'9" can do it.
LeBron on next gen can, but
he can't on current. No, he's too heavy. You can't curry if you're 6'10", can you? No matter what the weight is on current gen.
Current gen, no.
And it's 6'9", but you have to be under 220 if you're 6'9".
You could be 6'10" under a certain weight on next gen. Okay. That still works.
Yeah, you can be 6'10" under 230. Under 245. Sorry, under 245. But I think that the fact that the tall point guards won't be able to curry escape might have a big effect. It will have an effect on next gen. Like nobody's running 5 guys on the floor who can't curry. Like I know it's not the be all and end all.
In some degrees, it'll have an effect on current gen as well, depending on your playstyle.
Yeah, like.
Is you kind of like do kind of need Pro 2 to 3 hunt on current gen, I'm not gonna lie.
Man, I think when we get...
I don't really, but for the way I dribble, I need it.
I'm trying to think, are there any 6'7/6'8 max wingspan players that we could see at point guard with a great release? LaMelo Ball. I think he'll be the best. That released on very quick. It's so cash.
LaMelo was really good last year.
I think Lamelo's gonna be as good this year as he was last year. Because he's got Pro 3 behind the back as well.
It might even be better. To be
I think he's
honest.
gonna be ridiculous. I think we see a lot more 6'7" to 6'8" point guards. He's like Grant Hill again because he can curry and everything. We see a lot more of him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got two more things. No, actually, on to our last one. Limited time events. Underrated or overrated?
I mean, this week's one is hella overrated because I understand they want to have people play the game, but the amount of time you have to spend is just, and making the XP limited as well, like only be able to be done on these days is just hell.
It is, but I'm in the opinion you don't have to play the games. That's my logic of it. Is that like, for me, I'm going for Millsap, and if I'm gonna go for Millsap, and then I'm gonna get quickly. I don't care. Like, I'm getting Beal just because I'm rubber banding during WrestleMania. I don't care whether or not I get Keldon Johnson. To be honest, I'm gonna get him just to get him.
I mean, like realistically, the only super worth it one is Paul Millsap, but it's also the most annoying one to get.
It's most difficult to get.
12 one. Yeah, it's the 12 unlimited games.
Yeah.
So you gotta lock in a little bit.
Oh, big time.
There's some like limited time events that are really good. Like, last year they had the T-Mac triple threat event. Which was good.
This year they had the Shaq one.
Very profitable. They had Shaq this year, which was a little bit profitable. The Opal did still hold value.
I still think that, I know they're not technically limited events. I think the agenda events for like Bruce Bowen and stuff, the way it's
they're huge.
They're
these weekly players.
Yeah.
Weekly players that they started doing last season with the hero cards.
Yeah.
Thumbs up on that one because the agendas are so easy as well.
Yeah.
You never have to spend long playing the game. It's like, if you tally up like the clues and the final one, it's like 2 hours at most. Yeah. And you actually, Bruce Bowen's a really good card. Who was it last week? It was Kelly Oubre.
He wasn't good.
But not very good.
I like the limited events because it's keeping me playing the game. Like, I understand your perspective where you're like, it's getting people to play the game too much because you're trying to get all the cards. I probably will as well, but I haven't played Unlimited in 3 weeks. I've played 12 games. I haven't played it in 3 weeks.
A lot longer than that for me. I'm not gonna
like
lie.
I hate the game mode, and people are just like, oh yeah, you need Unlimited for gameplay. It's like, you can see everything from a card in Triple Threat. Heck, you can tell whether a card is going to be good or not in Shoot Around. I'm telling you for a fact, you can tell if a card's good or not in Shoot Around. Because you can run side to side to see how they move. And a Triple Threat game, pressing square a few times to see their lunge animations and their chase down animations. Like, you can within 5 minutes tell if a card's going to be good or not. But like, Unlimited is just a bad...
I can usually tell just in freestyle.
Yeah. But Unlimited is just, like, it's getting me to play the mode. Yes, I'm angry about it, but look, I think it's getting people playing the mode. And at the end of the day, like, for the MyTEAM devs, they have two goals. Getting people to play the mode, and as much as we don't like to admit it, getting people to buy packs. Like at the end of the day, like, it's why I'll never... Yeah, it's why I'll never get angry at anyone in any, like, individual developer if they're doing something that is for money, because at the end of the day, it's their job. We've all have to, like, do our jobs. We're told to do something, we probably have to do it. Like,
look, we all know they get money hungry with content and what they drop, but
the free stuff's great.
Yeah, I was just about to say, this has to be the best year for, like, no money spent, surely.
Of course it is.
The amount of free stuff,
it's ridiculous.
Like, if I went through, like, my actual, like, count right now, like, I'm pretty sure I could build a more than, like, serviceable team just from, like, the free cards that I've acquired from, like, agendas and stuff.
You could build a really good...
like, the level 40 cards, which people argue till the end of time. Is it free? Is it not free?
Yes, it's free. Like, if... I hate the argument. People saying if your time is needed, it's not free. It's like, well, obviously, like, it's a video game. To get something in a video game, you should probably have to play the video game.
Well, people also argue, like, the money you lose on tax from buying and selling players back makes it not
Have
free.
you seen like how easy it is now? I didn't buy a card for
Now
more
it-
than
now
I didn't
it
buy a
makes
card
it-
for more than 15k last season. I got D-Rob. I didn't even try towards the end.
Now I will agree, like it's way more free. The first 2 or 3 seasons, it was.
Oh
definitely
yeah,
not.
100% no. 100% no the first couple seasons. The first seasons took way too long of a grind. Like you don't even have to try anymore.
First season was hell.
Yeah, I gave up halfway. I gave up halfway through.
There was so many like bad agendas that you had to do, and they were always in unlimited. Like me and Jack used to just like match up with each other to get them done because it was so annoying.
Yeah, like I went berserk at one of the devs, being like, I don't want to play unlimited anymore. I've already won 82 games in a row. It's like you have a. I was like, you have a record in, so I either have to purposely lose my record. Or I have to go and struggle for the agendas. Or the Ben Wallace one was the funniest. I got 11 straight rage quits in a row in the first 2 quarters. This is back in the stick shooter days when I was beating everyone by 40. Before I could get 10 rebounds with Ben Wallace. But it was glitched. You needed 10 defensive rebounds. Or you need 10 offensive rebounds with Ben Wallace. I literally got, I'd say, 8 times got 10 rebounds. Didn't know what it was. I was like, this is broken.
You have to just tank your record and do the, you call the screen, you let them go for the rebound, you just chuck up very late and hope they grab it.
I should have tanked
It's
my
the
record.
only way.
Yeah, but like the DBG undefeated record streak of like 250 games was something for the ages.
The record's the worst thing they've ever added. People
Yeah,
upset
I hate
over
it.
that.
I hate
like,
it. I actually
y'all
hate
know
it.
the effect like that stuff has in Park as well. Like people would be like, "What's your Park record?" Like it matters.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. My record does not say anything about me as a player.
I'm pretty sure my park record is like 17%. Because I play with randoms and try ball handle on my center. And these are I'm scoring every point because these guys are garbage.
Excuse me. I think mine's like 70% or something, but I barely played Park.
Yeah, I had a 0% win rate one of the years on park. I was like, because I was playing with my mates, but I was on a 65 overall. And these lads like couldn't play the game. And
I've definitely had bad records in the past, like because I
Yeah.
had no one to play with, so I just play with randoms, and you just never win with randoms.
Oh,
like,
big time. But yeah, so we're gonna end it there after an hour and 20 minutes. I think it's time to call it a day because I've got a few things to do. I think Dale, I don't want to keep Dale on here too long, and it's Wrestlemania tonight. So yeah. Anyway, that's the video, I guess. Thank you, or podcast view us on Spotify. I don't know how to end these. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, I guess.